Red Dead Redemption 2 is a title deserving of the critical acclaim and overall universal praise it received, as the presentation and attention to detail is simply breathtaking. Its gameplay is outstanding, complete with a story that really pulls at the heartstrings, especially if the honourable path is taken, with Rockstar taking character development to new heights, providing us with the best protagonist I've ever had the pleasure of experiencing in Arthur Morgan. Throughout this 60+ hour campaign, Rockstar hit us with everything, including the kitchen sink, overall delivering some truly outstanding moments in the best Western as of the making of this video that you're ever going to sink your teeth into. So right now we're going to count down those top 25 moments from Red Dead Redemption 2 to see what stands as the very best, and just a heads up, there are major spoilers from here on out. We start this countdown with a series of murder scenes of a rather graphic nature leading to the cold-blooded killer, Edmund Lowry Jr. The clues leading up to this serial killer were intriguing. The face-to-face encounter was intense, with his psychotic nature blatantly apparent, ending in a rather unsettling manner, placing American Dreams at number 25. Visiting hours sees Arthur and Sadie taking matters into their own hands by heading to Siska Island to break John out from prison. From the stealthy approach, the officer's anxiety to an entertaining countdown and the outright escape with John, everything in this mission just worked really well, providing a prison escape to remember at number 24.
They're gonna be on our tails soon enough if you boys keep wasting time.
That's us too.
Over the course of We Loved Once and True and Fatherhood and Other Dreams, Arthur comes to the aid of Mary, where we're provided with a wonderful backstory of their relationship and how it ultimately fell apart, but to see their love slowly start to rekindle, and yet Arthur would deny Mary's request to run away. No matter the excuse, Mary realises that Arthur will never be able to leave his outlaw ways behind, providing us with an emotional moment and a real heartfelt goodbye, taking number 23.
I want to, but I've got some people I need to take care of.
The lads' celebrations after work is complete on the barn leads to one too many, resulting in Uncle taken by the Skinner brothers. Taking on the violent gang to save Uncle from near death was a most excellent and surprising moment from the epilogue, and it proved that Uncle meant a lot more to the gang than they ever gave him credit for, and was really quite touching to see, earning number 22.
Let's get him out.
Thank you, boys.
Don't mention it.
I thought I was dead.
Don't get all sentimental now, old man.
Reuniting with everyone after the events on Guarma was a joyful moment cut short when Agent Milton has the gang surrounded. Flanking the Pinkertons with Sadie, bursting through the door to deliver absolute mayhem along with the real intense musical score hammered in hard throughout, created a fantastic moment of urgency and desperation that really delivered, placing Fleeting Joy at number 21.
Really starting to irritate me.
During the veteran missions, Arthur and Hamish develop a genuine friendship, and seeing the pair together fishing, hunting and reminiscing delivered positive and warm feelings, as it was so nice to see Arthur have a taste of normality with such a genuine and honourable man. So to see Hamish fall was such a sad and emotionally moving moment, as he never deserved such a fate, at number 20.
Take a mule for me, would you? He's a good horse.
Moneylending and other sins, to be blunt, are just cold, harsh and very dishonourable missions, so if the honourable path is taken, to see Arthur start realising the consequences of his actions and start to redeem himself, culminating with him confronting Strauss and removing him from camp, provided such a satisfying moment, as the tyrant deserved exactly what he got, at number 19.
Go! I don't understand you. What are you doing?
Go and get a job!
Abigail Roberts is one of the most conflicted characters in Red Dead Redemption 2. She just wants a peaceful life for her and her family, yet at the same time would do anything to protect them. So when Arthur and Sadie's rescue doesn't go according to plan, and it's in fact Abigail who kills Agent Milton, really provided us with one heck of an exciting yet surprising turn of events at number 18.
horrible, man.
A short walk in a pretty town is a mission of pure mayhem in a shootout against the Grey Boys in Rhodes, and although the mission itself is extremely intense and exciting, it's the outright shocker of an introduction where the boys are caught off guard and Sean is killed by a sniper. It was a moment most never saw coming and was really unexpected, placing it at number 17.
Well, take the boy's body. Bury him proper someplace quiet. Micah, best you and I don't speak for a moment.
The interactions and scenes between the widow Charlotte and Arthur were exceptional and produced some of the most kind and tender moments that Rockstar has ever delivered. The selflessness, reliance and affections between the two created a wonderful dynamic in a gorgeous setting, really providing some beautiful gameplay. But it made you question, if not for Arthur's condition, could there have been a future between the two, overall leaving a most positive impression, earning number 16.
You take care of yourself, Arthur.
After being set up by Angelo Bronte, the tram escape through Saint Denis was a set piece that really upped the ante. Switching side to side of the tram to deal with the ever increasing lore, along with Dutch's complaining and an awesome music track, provided us with an action set piece that was short but very sweet, at number 15.
The thing's broke. Hold on!
An unforeseen shipwreck takes us to the island of Guarma, where although the stay's short, it makes quite the impact. A completely different locale and art direction, providing missions where the boys are and really come across as desperate, to the evident decline of Dutch for all to see with some epic action set pieces. The events on Guarma were surprising, and a sudden change of pace along the campaign introduced at exactly the right time, cleverly thought out so it didn't outstay its welcome, that was overall most enjoyable, at number 14.
We survived. Just about.
Towards the end of the campaign, Colm O'Driscoll would eventually get his comeuppance, but to be outsmarted and caught off guard, leading to capture in Blessed Are the Peacemakers, is easily Dutch's rival's best moment. From the escape, self-healing to the stealth retreat, this was an epic segment that was dramatic, tense, and the first time that Rockstar really made us feel for Arthur's life, as a setup deserving of number 13.
Arthur! Arthur?
Arthur! I told you it was a setup.
The final big score, the final train heist, and the final mission as the gang together is full of twists, turns, and outright excitement. From working side by side with John, cart fires, an unexpected fall to a full-on Maxim gun assault all over a soundtrack that's simply incredible. Arthur Morgan's penultimate mission is an action set piece that really sends the gang out with an almighty bang, placing our best selves at number 12.
Jesus.
We're alive. Just about.
With Jack kidnapped in blood feuds ancient and modern, the Vanderlyn gang retaliate with a full-on assault on Braithwaite Manor, and although the mission is very dark and shocking, it was possibly the final time the gang felt like a real family and as one, proving to be far more than just outlaws, as a significant and powerful moment, earning number 11.
What are we doing with her? Leave her.
I told you she was crazy.
After returning from Guarma, Arthur heads off to Shady Belle to try and find and reunite with the gang, though that journey itself is a moment of pure beauty. With everything that Arthur's gone and is currently going through, this cinematic sequence provided with music from D'Angelo signifies that this isn't the same Arthur Morgan that we started the game with. The lyrics "May I stand unshaken amidst a crashing world" has never meant so much, providing us with a truly iconic moment from Red Dead Redemption 2 at number 10. Drunken Antics at its finest, with some absurd and crazy ideas, with the comedy and originality scale turned all the way up to 11 in one of the most entertaining and best drunken sessions you're ever going to experience. The dynamic drunken scenario between Arthur and Lenny here is absolutely fantastic, and A Quiet Time will literally have you grinning from ear to ear throughout its entirety because it's that good, at number 9. Kieran Duffy, the now former O'Driscoll that wants nothing more than to fit in, over time slowly starts to warm up to members of the Vanderlyn gang, and many other players displaying just how great the character development in Red Dead Redemption 2 really is. So to have Kieran taken from us in such a shocking way and completely out of left field was a real bitter pill to swallow, yet a moment we won't forget. At number 8.
Mr. Swanson, could you take this boy and bury him someplace?
Very clever, precise, yet subtle hints were presented, but most were none the wiser that this moment caused it all.
Oh, him, he took the money. He wants it back, what's not to understand?
To see Arthur fall and his condition of tuberculosis revealed hit most hard, as it was such a heart-rending moment, as now this inevitable fate was looming over us, placing a fork in the road at number 7.
You got tuberculosis. Really sorry for you, son. It's a hell of a thing.
Although Eagle Flies would save Arthur at the cost of his own life, the real eye-opener comes moments before, and it proved without a shadow of a doubt just how far Dutch had fallen when he leaves Arthur for dead. His so-called family are revealed as nothing more than expendables for his own personal gain, as a real eye-opener that would ultimately decide the ending outcome at number 6.
We need to go.
You ran away.
Oh, I did no such thing. Don't be a fool. They could be back here any minute.
Certain that Sadie, Abigail and Jack are safe, with Arthur's health now depleting rapidly, the trek onwards to face what remains of the gang is such an emotional yet beautiful journey, with That's the Way It Is playing throughout, complete with the slow motion snippets to reflect back on those honourable moments. If that's the path that was taken, creates an extremely sentimental segment that really hit hard, as it was a subtle way of telling us that the end is nigh. At number 5.
There's a sign, Arthur. Try to do the good thing.
From Abigail and John's capture, the loss of Hosea and Lenny in an all-out escape resulting in a shipwreck has to be said is extremely stressful. The St. Denis bank robbery in Banking, the Old American Art, is one of those missions that has an awful amount to take in that you're never going to forget from Red Dead Redemption 2, as everything is executed to perfection, really standing out, yet from a story perspective, for all the wrong reasons, earning number 4.
I don't believe it. They knew we were coming. Just like your ferry job in Blackwater. Ain't nothing like that.
Over the course of Red Dead Redemption 2, Rockstar put a real positive emphasis onto your horse. He or she is your partner, companion, and most importantly your friend. So to lose your horse was such a gut-wrenching and a real tearjerker of a moment that I'm not ashamed to admit, but after 55 plus hours together was emotionally difficult to deal with, taking the bronze at number 3.
Thank you. Arthur!
Throughout the events of the story, most had their suspicions, myself included, that Micah wasn't to be trusted. You could see him manipulating Dutch at every turn, and with his treachery revealed, revenge never felt so satisfying. The standoff was intense. Dutch's appearance was shocking, along with the bloody outcome provided us with everything for a gripping conclusion, sending the epilogue and the treacherous snake himself out with an almighty bang, taking the silver at number 2.
Thank you.
Our number 1 entry we all knew was coming, but it didn't matter, as it was still as heartbreaking as ever. Battling Micah until he could barely draw another breath, Arthur eventually succumbs to the tuberculosis, and if the noble path was taken, the sacrifice made to make sure that those he cared for and loved got out and survived, provides us with such a heartfelt, tearful yet beautiful moment. Right here, Rockstar did the single greatest protagonist I've ever had the pleasure of experiencing in gaming justice, sending him out in the most beautiful of ways. The view, the setting and the sunrise was perfect, and although the moment was bittersweet, to say goodbye to one of gaming's best couldn't have been delivered any better, earning Arthur's goodbye the gold, our number 1 spot and our best moment from Red Dead Redemption 2. So that brings us to the end of our countdown and the top 25 moments from Red Dead Redemption 2. A game that was highly anticipated for years and was no surprise considering how great the original was. And from these moments it's easy to see why, proving yet again that Rockstar are always on the top of their game. Fingers crossed for Red Dead Redemption 3, as I'd love to see what they do or where they take it next. If you're still here though, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video then please remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel, as anything like that is greatly appreciated as it really helps me grow. And be sure to stick with me as I'll be bringing new videos to you soon. Take care now, Gavinchi out.